Go for it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The brand new Halo series trailer has dropped, showing off a new look at Master Chief, which, let us know if you think it looks cool, as well as a controversial look at Cortana. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Let's get into it here. We have a couple headlines, and then we'll kind of break down the trailer
Yeah.
for some of our favorite parts, Easter eggs, and moments that we noticed. Right here, it says there seems to be two main points of contention among Halo fans, namely that Master Chief does not have his original voice actor. That's kind of huge, but you got to hear it to kind of see
Yeah.
what you think for yourself. It says there's a new version of Cortana as well, who is played by the original voice actor. So I respect that.
Yeah.
But of course, it has a very un-video game like look.
Here's what I want to get into that. Okay, let's just break this out right here. Okay. I'm not like, I don't love it either, the look, but what do you expect, bro? Like the Halo, you got a video game with a video game like character as Cortana, but now we're working with real people for the Halo series. Obviously, Cortana is going to look a bit more human because, I mean, I don't know if you played the games, but there's some tension. We got some sexual tension between the two leads in the Halo games. I'm sure they're going to bring that because that's a super interesting part of Halo to me. I'm sure they're going to bring that into the show. What are you going to do? Make it look like a freaking just a hologram? You want it to look like a person. I don't know.
Yeah, I think a lot of things is, of course, the actress too. You want that emotion to convey over that. And maybe they said, hey, if the blue or stuff like that, maybe there was a timing effort that they kind of lost during COVID or something like that. But I think that, you got to respect the actor. And I think that's probably why they didn't do a rendering like you thought, And there's a lot of practicality in the settings that we've seen, even though there's a lot of CGI. It's very CGI heavy. Continuing on, we'll start with Cortana, of course, who's already become a meme in the wake of this trailer debut. Of course, it seems to be a little complicated. Originally, the series announced that actress Natasha McElhone would be playing both Dr. Halsey and the AI Cortana. Made some sense given that Cortana is based on Halsey herself, but ultimately the showrunners decided that may not be game faithful enough, so instead they recasted Cortana and Cortana only with Jen Taylor, who voices and performance captures Cortana in the Halo games.
I would assume that by having the same actress play Dr. Halsey and Cortana, there probably was not enough of a differentiator to make it like a different character. So, I mean, obviously they would change her, change what Cortana looks like, but I think it's really cool that they're going with the original voice actress. That's sick.
Absolutely. We have moving on with Halo Waypoint. They talked about the team at 343 Studios. They talked about why they decided to introduce, this is an alternate reality to Halo, so it's not different from the Halo games and doesn't ruin that canon. Silver is the name of the central Spartan fire team. The Silver timeline is a unique vision of the Halo universe that contains and embraces many key elements of the core canon, but with relevant contextual and narrative details that diverge in ways that's appropriate to the storytelling opportunities presented by the TV. And as a result, they made the decision to set the Halo series in an authentic but independent timeline. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad they're respecting it.
Yeah, I agree with that too, because you're gonna have a bunch of fanboys going in, being like, "Oh my, this could never happen in the Halo universe because this happened." Like, it's its own thing. It's its own thing. Just enjoy it for what it is.
I think this is going to be kind of a show starter to kind of see what's the vibe of this. How can they execute a video game that's so beloved like Halo? Right. Then we can kind of get some vibes maybe for like Last of Us. I think it's kind of sets the stage. I know it's very different genres, but
tell me your thoughts on the trailer, because like for me at least, I really think the Covenant looked good. The one shot we got of the Covenant alien, I'm like, okay, this is sick. It looks faithful to the video game, but also like could be a real life thing. Like it looks cool.
Yeah.
I would say the environments to me though, like I don't know about the desert stuff. It doesn't look quite right. The village that they were in.
Yeah, it's hard to be selective with some of the settings, considering it's like you got to be practical with it, what's good for the budget, but also it has to match the Halo vibe. And I think that's kind of cool about Paramount Plus budget. And of course, I think this is executive producer Steven Spielberg, I want to say.
It is.
I believe, right? Okay, so yeah, I think it looks cool. The vibe of it feels very sci-fi, I want to say. And I know you pointed this out. I don't know how if it feels Halo yet, but
it feels like it's trying to be sci-fi instead of being sci-fi. But
yeah,
the interiors look just like Halo. Like all the stuff they showed of like interior ship stuff and big, like I don't know, big bays of things. I was like, oh yeah, that looks like Halo. That's dope.
Yeah, all the iconography from the video games that with like the guns, of course.
Oh yeah,
people pointing out the AK-47, which I feel like even in the future is the most common weapon. I mean, I don't know why you nitpick that, but you saw the battle rifle. You saw some the Spartan laser sword. I mean, the laser sword, of course, the iconic. There's a lot of cool details in this. There's some new side characters they're introducing, but I feel like the vibe is there. Master Chief has a great practical suit that they've recreated.
It is
for
cool.
him.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Yeah.
I'm excited regardless. I'll watch the hell out of this show. I don't have a big complaint with the trailer at all. I don't think it's like I don't think it's a bad trailer. I just can't wait to see what like an episode's like, because we have been
Absolutely.
so misled by trailers and stuff for these type of shows in the past. So we'll see. We just gotta watch the show, and that comes out March 24th.
Absolutely. There we go.
So get ready.
Now, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Of course, if you want to listen to the full episode, you guys can head over to audio platforms to listen to the full Free Frame podcast episode, or you can become a member on our channel here on YouTube. That way you get access to the full video podcast. Thanks for watching.